Do you remember when Boris Johnson was Prime Minister? After a while, when he went all liberal and everything else, under pressure, he promised that he's going to be countering the woke ideology in the Whitehall establishment. All the government departments and civil service. Nothing happened. And then we had Liz Truss for 10 minutes as Prime Minister. I'm not sure what happened there. Same thing was mentioned. And then Rishi Sunak, his ministers have been saying we want to fight against wokeism in government departments. And all there's their rainbow diversity managers, who some of them get more money than the Prime Minister. Well, the government now have released a new guidelines for inclusive language. Let's go through this document quickly. Some of the main aspects. So we've got key terminologies. Oh my God, look at this chaos. This is the hard left liberal culture now, they are as obsessed with certain things down there as the early days Old Testament or Islam. Everything about those literatures were also the obsession with essentially sex, as if children are watching this, in case, family-friendly language. Ironically, I'm doing the same thing. Inclusive language. But yeah, we don't want to get demonetized anyway. So we know what I'm talking about. So let's see what they have. Guido did this investigation and published this document. Be aware. A person's gender identity and expression may vary and not correspond, especially when it comes to those who change their genders. Their status is not the same as sexuality. Okay, so the point of this document is to teach you how to address people, how to talk of them, about them. But then most of the document says, well, there is no one way because it varies. What's the point of writing the document? Non-binary people. So we got a list. And we got also some sort of a percentage of the population in England and Wales. It's quite interesting. Everything on the bottom right, as you can see, 0.24, 0.10%, 0.10%, 0.6%, 0.6%, and also all other gender identities, 0.04%. So because of that small population, which we're not saying then you completely ignore, everything else, everybody else should completely change everything about them. And not only, it's not really about being kind or being just nice. You have to change everything, the whole society, because of this. So, next, language to avoid. You can't say butch anymore because this is used to describe someone who expresses themselves in a typically masculine way. Okay. Femme. This is used to describe someone who expresses themselves in a typically feminine way. So you just describe the words that is used to describe femininity and masculinity. So they're banned now. You can't really talk about them. Of course, the obvious ones, homosexual, generally considered a medical term now. People tend to use gay instead. But you're going to ban the word gay eventually anyway. So what else we're going to use? Oh my God. Anything that implies being LGBT plus QZ134 is a choice. Okay, fair enough. The funny thing is, most of these words that they are now against are the words that they came up with. For example, they came up with the BAME, B-A-M-E, and because that was more inclusive. Then 10 minutes later, they changed their mind, saying, no, you can't say that. That's just very, very sensitive. They came up with the word woke. And now they say you can't say woke. You came up with it. Okay. Language to avoid. Next page. I can't. I really can't, guys. I'm just going to put it on the screen. Just have a read. Maybe pause the video. I really cannot respond to any of this. For example, transgendered suggests a condition of some kind. Suggests. Who are you to suggest that someone is suggesting something? Everything is about intent. When it comes to language, everything is about intent. And most of the things when it comes to language is subjective, including offense. You take offense. You don't give it. If everything is including humor and comedy that these guys want to ban, comedy is also subjective. It's not really an objective thing. Some people find certain things funny, some people don't find them funny. So it is subjective. That's just logic. But they want everyone to change everything about them. And now the whole world is going crazy. I mean, look at this chaos. How is this going to help anybody in the country, in government, in the civil service? I really would prefer if bureaucrats and civil servants would actually focus on implementing the policies that is dictated by their government ministers and departments. That's your job. Just do your job and stop focusing on rainbow unicorns and ice creams. It's completely inappropriate. That is inappropriate. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm Maya Tusi and we are the media.